When she walked out of the third room he entered, Brian grew annoyed. She owed him an explanation for why she would willingly put herself in danger by going into Mastema's den. Madison could avoid him all she wanted, but they would talk about it. Though he had to admit, it bothered him she could ignore him. Abigail stepped into the hall.
Tiffany is awake.
Brian turned toward her and smiled. Since her arrival, Abigail had become the mother hen with her fierce protection of Tiffany. He knew a barrage of questions would be forthcoming, but Abigail had agreed to take things as they were for the time being. If he'd ever been blessed with a sister, he would have wanted one to be like her. She managed to fit right in with the eclectic crowd amassed at Madison's home and found a way to bring Tiffany back to the land of the living. Though Michael healed Tiffany's physical wounds, the haunted look in the woman's eyes chilled his soul. Brian had never seen any living human being look so destroyed before. It made him want to stand in front of her with a sword drawn and slay any future problem she ever had like a medieval knight. All the angels took turns waiting on her and standing at her door. Dee made the comment she worried he'd come back for her, so she had an entire squad of archangel bodyguards. Mastema would never get to Tiffany again. They'd make sure he died if he tried. "Thank you. Do you think she'd be up to answering questions?" Brian asked. He had every intention of learning as much as he could about the demon, then he'd draw him out of hell and kill him. Madison wouldn't be able to put her foolish neck in danger if the problem had already been removed. Abigail gave him an impish grin.
She's agreed to answer as many as you do.
"As many as I do," Brian repeated.
Yes, that's what she said. She wants to know how she's healed, how she wound up in hell, how Madison saved her life, why some of you have wings and the others don't. These questions need answered because she's questioning her sanity. I know you all have your secrets, but she needs to know she hasn't gone off the deep end.
He nodded. She deserved the truth, as did Abigail. He had to speak with Michael before he revealed information which wasn't his alone to give. "I'll join you in a moment," he said. It took him a few minutes of searching Madison's large yard, but he finally found him in the courtyard near the back. "Michael," Brian called out. "Got a minute?" Then he noticed the others. Uriel, Raphael, and Gabriel all looked up at him with a curious expression.
Until Mastema shows himself around here, I got nothing but time.
Michael said.
What's up?
Tiffany thinks she's crazy. Has seen hell, men with wings, a magic healer, and has questions about Madison. Michael didn't say anything at first, but Gabriel did.
I don't see her running off to the paparazzi. We're not celebrities.
Uriel spoke next.
Madison has never hidden her ability from anyone, despite our encouragement otherwise.
Do you think it would be best if we all went and spoke to her?
Michael asked. Then, in a rare moment of speech, Raphael said,
Tell her about us. Hold nothing of importance to her back.
Then he turned and walked away.
Well, there you have it. Tell her everything,
Michael said with a slow smile. Brian had a few questions of his own. Why is he so quiet? Gabriel rolled his eyes and said,
He's the herald of God. Everything he says comes true. He's the ultimate psychic because he can say it'll rain cats and dogs, and it literally will.
His eyes opened so wide he couldn't believe they still held in place. The herald. But he couldn't finish the thought. God's voice on earth.
See, he hates that. Don't get all googly-eyed on him or he'll punch you square in the mouth. He's Raphael, one of the best men we know.
Gabriel said. Brian nodded, but knew he would have a hard time separating the two images in his mind. The voice of God, wow. Just when he thought he knew the lay of the land, someone went and changed the scenery. Is that why he left?
Raphael talks more when he's at ease and relaxed. Sometimes he can cause great catastrophes just by saying something the wrong way. Don't take it personally, he just doesn't know you,
said Michael. Why are you all out here? Brian asked.
There's nothing to blow up in there.
Gabriel said. This waiting and sitting, it's for the birds. I'm trying to convince Michael we need to go do something." Brian agreed and said as much.
I'm going to get what information I can from the women. Then I am going to find a way to draw Mastema out.
"See, I told you he would agree with me." Gabriel shot Michael, a look that made Brian chuckle.
Then get ready, all of you, find out what you can.
Michael said to Brian.
Gabriel, Uriel, get the arsenal ready. Brian needs something too.
The last bit appeared to be directed at Uriel.
I'll go make sure Raphael doesn't have more information on anything.
Just like that, the group broke apart and left Brian standing there. Michael led them with ease. He wondered what the men were like when they relaxed and weren't off tracking down demons or fallen angels. Oh well, he had information to trade with the two women that wanted to see him. Unlike Madison, who appeared to think he had the plague, he'd wait for her to cool off, and then he'd tell her what he thought of that too. On his way to Tiffany's room, Brian stopped to admire the sky. Though he knew the heavens couldn't be seen among the clouds, he could still appreciate its beauty. He might not be up there with his family, but God sent him a new one that grew with each passing day. He could no longer delay the inevitable. He knocked on the wooden door and waited for someone to permit him in. Abigail's voice rang out and he entered the room. Tiffany sat up in the middle of bed, surrounded by bed covers, and wore layers of clothing, leaving only the skin on her face visible to the outside world. She'd even covered her hands with the sleeves of her hoodie. "I apologize for the delay," Brian said.
Are you an angel?
Tiffany asked. Brian had to swallow a few times before he answered a question he'd hid since his descent to Earth 5 years ago. I had been a guardian angel for many years."
And now?
Tiffany asked again. "I'm now bound to Earth just like you. I still retain my abilities, though. I just can't go back to heaven."
The other men are too right.
Abigail asked. "They are archangels. If you could imagine God having generals in his army, the archangels would be them."
Do you think it's a coincidence I wound up on your doorstep the morning of my attack?
Abigail asked. "No, I believe God led you to me."
How does Maddie fit in all this?
Tiffany asked. "She's sort of the key to how it all fits together. Madison has an ability to dream things that are happening. Then she finds ways to get help to the victims in her dreams." He hoped he did a good rendition of how things worked. Not having her gifts, he couldn't be too sure.
Are you going to marry her?
Of every question Tiffany could have asked, one of marriage surprised him. "Marry?"
She needs someone like you. Mastema is searching for an earthbound human who can create portals anywhere, which can go to either heaven or hell. He's working for a group, and they plan to open portals all over the earth which lead to heaven and have an explosive homecoming party. The women he attacks are diversions to get the angels focused on him, while the others search out the person who can reach both realms.
The abrupt change of conversation left him unsettled. The actual words she spoke sent ice down his spine. He had a sinking feeling in the pit of his stomach. He knew exactly who Mastema sought.